Hey dolls, welcome back to your Royal BFF, the People's Duchess. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. And look, man, look, I know what's happening. I've seen the headlines, and I do want to eventually get into it with y'all, but for right now, as it's still unfolding, it's still a bit triggering for me. Seeing Princess Meghan and the children have to be subject to this, not going with Harry, not participating in this round of games, I just can't bring myself to make commentary about it because all I'm gonna do is be screaming the whole time. And I don't wanna do that. I don't want to be that negative and I don't want to be that triggered. So until I can calm down about this and the Daily Mail case that was lost, until I can go in with a clear and rational mind, I'm just going to focus on the good stuff, on the fun stuff, and of course on dragging the royals to Kingdom Come. And speaking of drags, I haven't dragged this raggedy bitch for so long, mainly because she's been really like out of the spotlight, but now she's returned with gusto, carrying the Lady Dior, begging for our attention. She definitely wants my attention, and now she has it. This episode was originally titled You Raggedy Bitch, but because of the frequency by which I said it, I understood that I was just way too triggered. So I had to take a deep breath first, calm down, get my thoughts in order, and just stick to the facts of the matter, okay? I haven't gotten around to Camilla in quite a while, so she's been quiet, but she's been popping up lately in Princess Diana's Lady Dior bag, and I think she's doing that to deliberately antagonize both us and the spirit of Diana, a woman who's been gone for almost 30 years now. Camilla is still trying to step into the shadow of Princess Diana. She's still trying to make it seem like she's on par with Diana, and still trying to na 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 na, I got your man, I took your spot. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. First of all, you're like 100, bro. Like, you're a full century. Like, what are you doing at this age? Why aren't you wise and quiet and stoic? Like, how do you make it to 100 and you're just an older, uglier version of your daughter-in-law? Like, what's really going on here? Why are you behaving like some mean girl teenager or like the cat that got the cream? It's been 30 years. It has been 30 bloody years Diana's been gone. And by all accounts, you won. You got the guy, you got the throne, you caught the worm, you got the cream. Why are you still so hell-bent on competing with Diana? You hated her guts, but you're still trying to cosplay her. And that's what I don't understand about the colonial mindset. You can look at a person or a group of people and decide, yeah, I hate these people for whatever reason, but the next thing you do is skin them and wear their skin, or take all of their things and proudly display it in your museum. Like, why would you do that? If Camilla could wear Princess Diana's skin, she would. If her daughter-in-law could wear Meghan's skin, hair, nails, feet, everything, she would. I don't understand why you want us to associate you with anything regarding Diana. You would think that as much as you loathed her, that you wouldn't want anything to do with her, and you wouldn't want anyone to confuse any of your styling or anything else with Diana. But you're doing the opposite. You're going full-on single white female. And for my younger audience, Single White Female was a popular 90s movie starring Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh. It was about this lady who answered an ad for a roommate, and then all of a sudden the roommate became obsessed with her and essentially tried to take her out and assume her life, assume her identity and everything. It was crazy. Really good movie. And right now, despite being a whole queen consort side chick of England, Camilla is still on her single white female, trying to assume Diana's identity. And don't get me wrong, she's been doing this forever. She's been cosplaying Diana since the very beginning, but now she's really ramped it up in the last few years, really trying to force us to associate her and her pieces with Diana or Diana's style. She's begging, associate me with Diana, please associate me with Diana. Here are the pieces that she wore that I'm wearing. Here's the styles that she wore that I'm wearing. Here's the bag that she carried that I'm wearing. Like, why are you doing that? If not to provoke us, if not to provoke Diana herself, to say all these years later, hey, I can turn up like you. I have officially taken your spot. That's what she's, in my opinion, trying to convey here, which you could never. Oh, you raggedy bitch. You could never. You're basically Luther Vandross to her Beyonce. Like, what are we talking about? And no shade to Luther, but if you know, you know. Tiffany New York Pollard said it best. You are Luther Vandross to her Beyonce. Why do you want to be like Diana so bad? A person that you could not stand. When I can't stand someone or something, I turn away from it. But you guys lean into it. So that tells me that you and colonizers like you think that if I can just lean into this other person's spec, take it for my own, people will eventually forget that this was the other person's spec. It's not even reheated nachos. These are soggy, gross, 3, 4 week old nachos with mold on them. And you're attempting to feed this to people as if it was good as new. It's not good as new, Camilla. It's just not good as new, okay? You're nowhere near good as new. You need Diana's technical specifications to pass off as your own because you have no acumen to speak of. And it's really conniving. I used to think Camilla was just another, brain dead, aloof, older Kate Middleton, but actually, she's really cunning and conniving. And Harry told us that in Spare. And the older generation remember how absolutely brutal she and Charles were to Princess Diana. People will never, ever not associate her with the mistress that did what she did to Diana, the mistress that broke up a marriage and a home and the monarchy, to be honest. Their reputations have never really recovered. Obviously, the monarchy is still intact, but no one has ever really forgotten about what Camilla did. And yeah, they're going to tell you recollections vary, and Camilla has her side of the story, and we should forgive and forget because we don't really know what happened. And ordinarily, I am totally team we don't know. I'll never say anything bad against people like Angelina Jolie or Alicia Keys because we don't know what those men were telling those ladies when they were separated from their wives. We have no idea when the separation took place, when the love left the relationship. We don't know if anyone was delusional about the status of the relationship that didn't actually exist. We just don't know the inner workings of anyone's relationship. We don't know the pillow talking that goes on. We don't know what was said. So you can't just say, oh, well, she was the other woman that came and took this woman's husband. You can't say that. You don't know what these men be telling these ladies, right? So I don't judge relationships based off of the scorned partner in that relationship and their timeline. But in this case, you can't say that. It doesn't apply here. Charles and Camilla both understood fully that they were in love prior to him marrying Diana. So why would you marry Diana? Other than you're a coward who couldn't say no to your parents? Which was weird because you had all the leverage in the world as the Prince of Wales and the future King of England. You had all the leverage in the world. You're just cowardly. I remember your mom having to check every single one of her family members that told her that Philip wasn't good enough for her. And as the future Queen of England, she had all the leverage in the world to do that. They had to acquiesce. And if she was denied that, it would have created another constitutional crisis. You just couldn't stand up to your father. That's all that was. So, no. Fine, you didn't love Diana. You didn't have to marry her. You didn't have to torture her for all those years, ripping and running around with this raggedy bitch. The whole world is on Diana's side, and here you are going, oh well, I got the man, I got the jewels, I got the position. It's backfiring spectacularly. Look at how you're being received. Look at the headlines. Look at how the fashion houses are ignoring you. Whenever Meghan pops up in Dior, it was a press release. It was an Instagram post. It was the epitome of Dior elegance. You're being completely ignored. And it's extremely blatant that you're being completely ignored because when your daughter-in-law wears Dior, they do post about it. When your political counterparts, like Melanie Ghislaine here, wear Dior, they do post about it. So only you do not get that treatment from any fashion house that you decide to don. They don't want to be associated with you, and that is pretty evident. They would rather people not associate their brand with you. And rightly so. Another really interesting aspect of this whole thing is the psychology behind it all. The colonizer's psychology is so atypical. It's so different from the rest of us, right? The rest of us, we hate something, we never associate with it again. A colonizer will look at something and then tell you that they hate it and make it seem really bad, but secretly and deep down inside, they covet. Why are you obsessed with Meghan? Why are you so hateful on the one hand, but want those things for yourself on the other? That psychology will never add up to me because instinctively, if we see something that gives us pause, we're supposed to run in the opposite direction. Why do you have to acquire it? Why do you have to liken yourself to the imagery of something that you claim is inferior to you? All these years later, still living in her shadow. Voluntarily. You don't have to do this. No one is making you live in Diana's shadow or dress like her or wear her jewelry or carry her bag. And no, this isn't a case of, well, everyone has the same kind of clothes and everyone has the same kind of bag. Eventually, you're going to overlap styles. No, this is very deliberate. When it comes to royal women, they are very thoughtful about their choice of attire. Meghan did this the best and the most strategically. She spoke through her clothes and her jewelry, and it was very effective. Queen Elizabeth also did this by wearing very bright colors so that she can stand out in the crowd, and her bags signaled different things depending on the position. So when you're a royal woman, your clothes and your accessories literally speak for you. Camilla wants us to associate her to Diana through this bag. She knows the lore. She knows where it came from. She knows who it's named after. She wants us to associate her with this bag. She's doing that thing as well where when you search for the bag, her image and her carrying it will also come up alongside Princess Diana's. And don't get me wrong, it's a clever tactic and it works. SEO is SEO. Whenever you search it, whoever has carried it will come up. But girl, in what world? In what world? You will never be associated with this bag the way Diana was. You can carry it till kingdom come. Nobody will ever associate you with the elegance of this bag or Diana. We will never equate you with Dior elegance. We will never equate you with elegance in any way, shape, or form. You're the least elegant person in the world. Dude, you're like as elegant as a raccoon in the dumpster behind Harrods. About as elegant as William and Kate around black people. I don't know. They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. The mediocre can pay to greatness, but in this case, it's something else. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit with the MO. It doesn't fit with the psychology of this drunk, leathery oaf. So I'm just trying to piece it together and understand what's the real cause of all this. And we may never know. And that's okay. And truth be told, I'll drag her regardless what the answer is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit that join button. We have a lot of fun and members only. Buy me a coffee if you're so inclined and want to support the channel. And follow me on my other socials on Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok at The People's Duchess. Have a wonderful rest of your week, guys. Please be kind to yourselves. And until next time, bye for now.